Hi there guys and welcome back to episode number 9 now of season 2 of Once Upon a Time in Blackpool. I'm your host, the one and only Tom Smith here on FM303, and we're straight into match action because we've got a double episode to cram in for you today. We have first up got MK Dons, then we've got Derby away on the Tuesday. We'll get straight into the team selections today for the home game against MK Dons, who are 23rd in the Sky Bet Championship, so hopefully we can turn around the last two results, which are two 2-0 defeats. Anik, Turton, Prichenko, Tilt and Bolla, Dembele, Spearing, Kane and Kent, Beecher and Alfonso. We got a lot of those players who had Knox back in the team now, so they've gone straight back in to have a go. Casey Palmer goes on the bench, as does Callum Hendry. I want to maybe see how he gets on a bit later. We've played with Hardy and Alfonso a lot this year, and both of them seem to start games poorly, and then when one of them comes off the bench, they seem to score. So I wouldn't mind seeing what we can do with Callum at this point, bearing in mind that he is here, he is our third choice option, and we've not really had much of a chance to give him an opportunity. Of course, we're out of the Carling Cup already as well, so that makes things a bit more complicated. We go to look at the MK Dons team now. They are 4-4-2. It's Nichols, Williams, Moore, Taylor, Walsh and Mattock, Lazic, McGrandles or McGranules as I called him when we were in League One, Boateng, Purrington, Beretta and Reece Healy up top. We go to the dressing room now. Right, assertively, we really should win this. I know you're all working hard to end this run of form. Today's the day. Let's give them the faith. We love the faith here down at Bloomfield Road. We end the team talk. The positive atmosphere is tangible as we head to the kick-off. Can we get back on winning ways here in the Sky Bet Championship? In some ways, it's not ideal to obviously lose games, but we've got off to such a good start. I think we needed a little bit of reality check from a couple of decent teams just to bring us back down and make us work that bit harder now going forward. MK Dons are a team that are going to be down there this year. They're a team that are going to have to fight and scrap, and they will give us a game today. Beecher with a free kick on target, Nichols with a comfortable save, however. Still got to look at that free kick option for us here at Blackpool, still causing us a few issues. Our defence has gone all over the shop there. My God, that was a bit worrying. Thank God we didn't give it away. Anyway, Kent now coming forward on the left-hand side. D'Alfonso dropping deep, trying to offer support. Kent now again. Bolla's looking for the overlap. He's always there, isn't he? Can Kane find him? No, he can't. He goes back inside to Kent. Beaching now to D'Alfonso. We're building here. D'Alfonso with a strike over the crossbar. Come on, Nathan. You've got a new contract, my friend. It's time to push on and make yourself an absolute superstar at this level. He's got it in him, I think, despite his backup stats. I really think he's got it in him to really push on and be a real top striker at this level. Moore Taylor a free kick now on the halfway line for MK Dons. They give it away sloppily, and now we can try and launch one of our counters. Dane Bailey on the right's got all the pace and all the skill, looking to do something. Back to Turton. We can't do anything quite yet. MK Dons closing us down very neatly in the middle there, as you can see. Spearing's already in the book, which is also a bit of a challenge. Beechu low. Oh, good strike, good run. The more and more he ran forward there, the more it was opening up for him to have a really good effort, and it was a good strike. Corner now, played across to Kent. What sort of corner is that? We are working on corners before Derby, my friends. I keep forgetting to go and have a look in at that, and my God, we've now forgot to put players in the box for a corner. Moore Taylor with a free kick now, wide of the wall, wide of the post. That is something crazy. What is going on there? Anyway, Prichenko, Spearing, Turton on the right hand side coming forward now. Spearing again. This is what we like to do, build up in the middle. We're playing slightly wider, as you can see. Dembele now trying to get the cross in, he can't. Kane low. Kent, we pick the ball up. Kent with a curling strike, not on target this time. Bit speculative. Our stats are still looking pretty good here against MK Dons as we hit the half-hour mark in the first half. There are a lot of long-range shots, as Quinton's telling me right now. That is what we've done a lot in the past. Walsh with the oh my word me. The Walsh with the header on there. First MK Dons goal for Ben Purrington, the centre half. The 3D replay will show us more here. Lazic played a nice free kick in. Walsh with a good header on. Purrington at the back post. We didn't deal with that at all well. We should have stopped the ball there from getting any further. We did not. As soon as it went through, there was a problem. Right, need to maybe demand some more. We'll give them it to see if they could do it on their own. I've tried to build that mentality in this team that they can turn it around on their own backs when stuff like this happens. Kane with a good ball down. We're looking a bit more lively. Boller across. Purrington's now back defending after scoring. Kane now down to Kent with a strike over the crossbar. Rising and in the middle, not in the corner and low, which is probably what he was going for. Anyway, now, can we do something more? Kent with a free kick in. It's our turn now. Beechu. D'Alfonso's got a score. Nichols with the save. The angle was reduced by the positioning of the striker, but luckily for them. Good save. D'Alfonso with the header now. We finally work out how to take a corner. 35 minutes gone. We're looking like we've absolutely been I guess sucker punched here by MK Dons. A set piece has done us. Kent now with a strike. Kent's looking the danger man, but he can't get the strike away there. Spearing goes in for a hard tackle there. You have to look at that half time. Dembele plays it back in. Beechu again, not on target. Got to be on target. Maybe the Lecker would have got that on target. That is not good enough. We head towards the half-time whistle now. 5 minutes to go. We might have to consider a change to try and spice some life into the Bloomfield Road side. Tilt now with a clearance, a good clearance actually at that. Turton now, can we come forward here? We possibly need to do things a bit quicker. I need to make us a little bit more decisive in the counter-attack, I think, at half-time. Kane now trying to get the strike away. It will go for a throw-in. We gain a bit more possession up the top of the pitch, but we're still not getting that goal at this time. Coming towards half-time as Millwall take a lead against Birmingham. That is interesting because they're down there, and Birmingham obviously beat us in a couple of games ago. 1 minute of the added time now is almost up. Herbie Kane apparently has a shot from long range, but we don't get to see it this time because it goes over the crossbar. It's going to be a goal kick to MK Dons as we head to the half-time. As you can see from the stats, we've been utterly dominant, so I'm utterly raging. Right, assertively, I want to see a much better showing from you second half. I'm going to say it. I'm disappointed. This is a game we turned it around after, the last couple. I'm disappointed. I'm going to probably take... Yeah, Jay Spearing's going to have to come off here, Do you know what? My gut's telling me to be really controversial here. Wari Suarez is coming on. Prochenko's going to be the ball winner in the middle. Right, we'll start the second half. The reason why is because I haven't got another midfielder. I mean, Virtue's fine, don't get me wrong, but his tackling is not going to be that of a Prochenko. I think we'll just push him up there. I think we might have done it, ironically, against MK Dons in the Championship. In League One last year. So it might be interesting how history's kind of repeating itself here in my gut. Anyway, Kent now comes forward into the space. Can he find the space for the cross? He can. Alfonso gets it on target. More like it. Nichols with a good save in the middle of the goal. 9 shots on target. We really should have found the back of the net by now. Let's get straight into demanding some more here. Come on, guys. Nichols with a goal kick now for MK Dons. We've got it up to Boller now, who wins the header. Kent again on the left, a danger man, trying to run forward and make things happen for us. Beachu's got space again. He's got to get it on target. Boateng does well. Wari Suarez pings it back in now. Boateng manages to clear it. The Healy's now waiting to counter-attack for MK. Oh, Wari Suarez. Purrington again. Purrington getting up there and causing us problems. Sorry, he's a left midfielder. I said he was a defender earlier. He's not. That's my bad. Corner now for us. It's going to fall down to Wari Suarez to bundle in the equaliser. They had a goal like it. We have a goal like it. First goal of the season for Wari Suarez. Ironically, I was thinking more about what the influence Prochenko would have in the middle. I did not obviously take into account the set piece potential from Wari Suarez to come forward and just go, I'll kick it into the goal, lads. If you can't, I don't care who scores, to be honest. Let's just get these goals. Blackpool 1, MK Dons 1. Right, can we turn this around straight away to D'Alfonso at the back post? He's got it! Nathan D'Alfonso's second goal of the season. Blackpool 2, MK Dons 1. It hit the post, it came back to him. We go to the 3D to see it again. 2 set pieces. Beachy with a great corner to the back post. D'Alfonso heads it off the post. It comes back to him. It's an open goal. It is 2-1. We have turned it on its head literally in 2 minutes. That is more like it. Can we now get a third? Can we now get what we deserve? Beachy to D'Alfonso. Get the strike away, son. Plays it across. Williams with a clearing header here. Kane now to Prochenko. That midfield 2 are looking very strong this second half. Then Bailey with a speculative cross come shot. I think D'Alfonso could have got on the end of that if he committed a bit more, but not this time. 2-1 hit on the hour mark. I'm so glad we turned that around. Tell you what, I would have utterly lost my rag with them at the end of the game if we hadn't done that. Right, is it time to make another change in a minute? I think Dembele might need a bit of a rest because we have got Derby straight after this, as we know, away, who are 18th, so another team we should be competing with. On the left-hand side now, Boller with a dipping strike. My God, that looked like it was going to nestle down on the right-hand side. It kept coming down. Corner now, plays it in. D'Alfonso's getting on the end of these corners. He's taken responsibility since that first absolute cluster of a corner where we played it in and there was no one in the box. Anyway, now Herbie Kane hits the post. Herbie Kane's gone. I haven't scored for a couple of games. I need to do my bit for the team. Boller on the left-hand side now comes in. Kane now down to Dembele. Dembele's coming inside. Good save from Nichols. How haven't we got 4 or 5 in this game? We have turned this around. It's going all Peterborough here today at Bloomfield Road. Boller scores. What am I talking about? That corner thing that didn't happen earlier, it looks like we've been working on it because we finally got it. There was a gap there. We all ran in. Mark Boller gets on the end of it. He's onside and he just hits it with his left-hand foot into the goal. First goal of the season for Mark Boller. Our defenders are stepping up today and getting us those goals we need. I was moaning about corners earlier and we've now pretty much scored from 3 of them back to back. Karma, ladies and gentlemen. 15 minutes to go. Time to make a change in a minute now. Houghton for a free kick now for MK Dons. Lays it off to Healy. Can he get the ball across into the box? He can. Moore Taylor's waiting at the opposite side. Purrington now coming in. Boateng can hit it from distance. Herbie Kane trying to launch a counter-attack. We lose the highlight and we're going to make a change. Right. I think Dembele's going to come off here now for... I want to get Casey Palmer on, I think. I've got to think about that game in the week as well now. We're 3-1 up. Right. Bearing in mind that, Beachu's played all right. Let's get Palmer on. Palmer on for Beecher because of his fitness. Do I want to make Kane come off? Maybe actually. Yeah, do you know what? Herbie Kane can come off for Matthew Virtue. He played well again. He's not getting as many goals in the last 3 games. We haven't got any, but he's definitely overdone his performances so far in the first few games to get 6 from 6 for what position and what he offers the team. Palmer now coming down. Can we get the 4th here at Blackpool? Virtue now. Can he prove something? He can! Matthew Virtue. I was resting Herbie Kane, but what we said before, Matthew Virtue and Herbie Kane, they are potentially one and the same. What a goal. 3D highlights now. Matthew Virtue coming forward. He finds that space. He goes, I can do this. He gets a second crack at the cherry. That one is not going to be saved by anyone. You could be David De Gea. You could be Jack Anick. You could be Nick Holes in the MK Dons goal. It does not matter. Blackpool 4, MK Dons 1. We have turned this around second half, and I'm so relieved at what we've managed to do here. Free kick now for MK Dons. Can they get another goal back here? They can't. It comes back off the wall. I think we're just going to see this through now. 3 minutes of added time. 32 shots in this game. 16 on target to 12 and 6. We have been utterly dominant again. If we had lost this, I would have slightly worried, to be frank. I've been slightly worried. The 3 minutes of added time is up. Nichols is going to take the goal kick. Surely that's going to be all she wrote. It is, as the ball's headed across the halfway line. Full-time whistle in the Sky Bet Championship. Blackpool 4, MK Dons 1. Well, just before we get to Derby, I've been summoned to the boardroom, and normally that's bad news on Football Manager, but in this case, they want to offer me another new contract. So we'd like to gauge your opinion on whether discussing a new contract will receive point at this time. I think that's a fantastic idea, because it will give the confidence boost. Right, let's see what they offer me. New contract's going to be offered shortly. Wonderful stuff. Some more money for me to buy a new house. And there we go, I signed my new deal with Blackpool. It is a new 2-year deal. I've gone from, I think, 1,800 a week to 4,800 a week. So thank you very much for that. I feel very blessed. I think it's great to continue the relationship we've had here with Blackpool. And let's keep pushing on to see what we can do this year. We are currently 4th, let's not forget, after 10 games of the season. Right, let's quickly take you through the teams now for the second part of the back-to-back games. Can we go from back-to-back defeats to back-to-back wins? The game 1 against MK Dons has been won. What can we do at home against Derby? We've gone 4-4-1-1. Anik, Turton, Wari Suarez, Tilton, Cyberchenko on the bench today. Had to go Wari Suarez after his goal. Surely he turned the game for us. Dembele, Spearing, Kane and Kent. Kaputska's back, everyone. Yep, we've gone for Kaputska today. I think Beachy's had a great start to the season. His stats like 7.0 average, 7.06 average. But he's not got any assists or any goals, so I kind of like, okay, really, right, let's get Bartos back in. He can be the key that unlocks a hell of a performance change in this team. Welcome back, Bartos. Delfonso up top. We look at the 4-1-2-3. We come up against a Derby County. We've got Carson, Ivan, Keogh, Davis, Malone, Huddleston, Walsh, Hamaj, Fosu, Tom Lawrence and Jack Marriott up the top. How are we going to get on against a team that's finding it quite difficult? I agree with you, Quinton. Let's go straight there and carry on where we finished off last time out, and let's give them the George Michael Faith approach, end the team talk, head to the kick-off, see how we get on in this one. Massive game. Blackpool with an early corner here. The short corner option is back on with Kaputska. It works somehow, and Kent now wins another corner. Interesting. We're just talking about corners in the last game and saying, what's happened to the short corner? Well, we got one now. Kaputska can bit a ball across, so he wins the corner again. Huddleston is a defensive midfielder. They've done well to block it off, but once again, they're not covering off the short corner. This is interesting. Early doors, we got a chance. It falls to Suarez. Oh my word, we're peppering around it. It's almost like it's just casually building up, and Herbie Kane goes close. We've had this before against Peterborough. He just turned and had a go from distance here. So what a chance that was early doors from Blackpool. I'm not sure much about Haruna Sai. Haruna Sai's coming at left back today for Mark Boller, just to mix it up a little bit. I mean, Boller's got a slight, I think he's at 88 fitness, so he could have played, but got a game on the Saturday. This guy's just as good with potential abilities. So I want to get him into the team and get him a game here today. We got a shot here on target for Derby, which we just missed. Anyway, Jay Spearing, on that note, has just got a straight red card. It's our first red card in our entire time as Blackpool manager. Right, it's quite obvious the change we're going to have to make, right? That's got to be Kaputska dropping down, but I don't think he's going to play the deep line playmaker that well, so we're going to have to think here. Right, I think we might have to go for Matthew Virtue. No, should we go for Denny? Do you know what? Let's go for Denny. Go on, Denny. This is going to be absolutely dreadful. I'm turning Denny Pachenko, ladies and gentlemen, into a last-ditch midfielder, a ball-winning midfielder. It worked in the last game. I don't know. Let's give it a go. Denny Pachenko's on in the midfield alongside Herbie Kane. Blackpool 0, Derby 0. How is this one going to go? Now we're down to 10 men. If we can win this one with 10 men, this will be something special. The good thing about starting with this sort of formation, with the 4-4-1-1, if you do go down to 10 men, it's quite a simple fix to drop that attacking playmaker into the middle and have the two banks of 4 then retained with your striker up top. So it's not necessarily a disaster yet. And as you can see, the game is flying forward here, and Derby are not getting a lot of it. As we come forward now, Herbie Kane, Dembele, can he strike? He can. Scott Malone blocks it. It goes for a corner here to Blackpool. This is the thing. We can still pinch something here. Herbie Kane can get the header away. Wari Suarez with the shot. Dembele off the post. Corners are going to be where we're going to make something of this game. No doubt about it. In the last game, we really pushed forward with them. Corner again now. Kent in. Davis. Tilt's going to hit it. No, he can't. Wari Suarez can't hit it. And now Derby look to launch a counter with Marriott and Fosu. They got pace. Turton does well to get rid of the ball for a throwing here. The only problem is when you do go for these chances and you're down to 10, you do potentially leave yourself exposed to the counter. On that note, here come Derby again now. Huddlestone's got a strike from distance. Will he unleash it? He won't. Malone up to the left. Kent with a clearing header. We don't want to get hemmed in too much here. Huddlestone plays it to Fosu, who gets a great strike away and scores for Derby County. Blackpool 0, Derby County 1. Tariq Fosu, his 5th goal of the season, assist from Huddlestone. We go to the 3D. It was a very good goal in all fairness. Huddlestone there with a good pass around. Reminds me of what we can do when we're on our best. Fosu found that little momentary bit of space for away from Turton. Turton knows he gave him a bit too much room. I don't think he's expecting to strike like that early. Blackpool 0, Derby 1. Right. Half time, we still might be able to rocket them here because I still think they will have the mental ability to be able to grab a goal in this game. Pachenko and Wari Suarez linking up in the middle now. 10 minutes to half time. Do I want to demand more? No, I'm going to leave it for the moment, see how the lads get on. I think it's, they know what to expect now. You don't want to, keep micromanaging them to the point where it's a bit insane. As I say that here, things are about to get levelled up. They are. It's a second yellow card for Perpin Hamaj. It is Derby who are now down to 10 as well. What an interesting game. We are now 10 v 10 at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool 0, Derby County 1. Can we get an equaliser before half time? And then all of a sudden, this game is back in our favour, ladies and gentlemen. It was looking disastrous. Kent now on the left hand side. He can't get a cross in. Ivan with a good clearance. Tilt now coming forward. We need players to commit more when these things happen. Sai's not been as brave so far as Boller is, but he'll get there in time if we give him the time. Tilt now comes forward. Dembele. Looks like we've had a bit of an inspirational turnaround here. Kent with the strike. Good save from Carson. Ever since that red card's come, momentum shifting back in our favour. Long corner now into the box. It passes everyone. Wari Suarez can pick it up again here. Can he get the ball across? He's got 2 men on him. The answer is no. And Fosu, the danger man for Derby, is going to break here. Turton, though, comes across and crunches well. Turton's done well at clearing those dangerous counter-attacks so far, and that's the reason why it's only 1-0, to be honest. You've got to look at some positives from your situation. 2 minutes of the added time here. Really nothing hurting as of yet. I still fancy us to be able to score a goal. So we get to the half-time interval 1-0 down. Let's quickly get to a team talk and be assertive. I expect to see much better showing from you second half. I'm looking for you to make the difference to us at the back, as you normally do. Same in the midfield. I'm going to take off Nathan Delfonso as well, and I'm going to put on Ryan Hardy. I've noticed in the build-up play on counter-attacks with Ryan Hardy, he seems to be very good at passing a great ball to Dembele or out to Ryan Kent, and it's normally in a lot of space, and that normally is the clincher for us. As we get the second half underway, though, Derby no doubt will be thinking if we can get a second goal here, we could probably kill Blackpool's challenge off. So it's a very fascinating 45 minutes ahead of us here at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool 0, Derby 1. We've had 2 changes, of course, already. We've gone a bit square peggy in round holes. I bet the Blackpool fans will be looking at the Pachenko one in the midfield and going, what is the man doing? Has he lost his mind? If it works, it works. We'll find out. Herbie Kane's now gone in the book. Ivan's gone in the book. There's a few crunching tackles going in this game. Derby know they've got to add a bit of resilience to their game, but they're going to get out of the scenario they're in 18th in the Championship. Do I want to tell Herbie Kane to ease off? I probably want to take him off for Matthew Virtue, actually. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to mess around here today. Matthew Virtue came on and scored a wonder goal last time out. I really want to demand some more here on the hour. Half an hour now to try and get something from this game. I'd love to steal a point from this, and I think we do deserve it. The irony of taking off Herbie Kane for the yellow card and trying to rest him up a bit, and then Matthew Virtue comes on straight in the book. My goodness me, that's not great. Come on, mate, get yourself that goal. It is still Blackpool 0, Derby 1. The second half is flying before our eyes here with not a lot happening. I think Derby are quite happy to shut the game down now. 15 minutes to go. I want to try and demand some more again. Come on, guys, let's keep seeing a bit more here. We can do this. They're focused after the feedback. Dembele's now in the book as well. He's not great at tackling, so it's not too surprising. 10 minutes to go. Can we get a highlight here to try and do something? Kent's had a shot, which we haven't seen. Corner now to Derby, though. Lawrence to play it across. Pachenko with a clearing header. Turton now maybe can launch the counter, but no, Derby do well. Huddlestone from distance with a great goal. It is 2-0 Derby County. We will lose at home. We won't get the back-to-back victories we deserve. It'll be 3 defeats out of 4. All 3 of them will be 2-0 by all accounts. And all of them we've been in the game. That's the thing. I mean, you can't argue with the competitive nature of this Blackpool team. And that's the important thing. I think if you play in this way more often than not, you will get success. And if you think we're the 24th budget side, we're the smallest budget side in the league, and we're currently sat in the playoffs despite this, up in the top half of the league, I think that shows a great performance level above what we really should be doing no matter what. Can we get a consolation goal at least? That would be nice. Lawrence, though, and Derby are coming forward here now, wondering if they can just get their third now. Send their home fans home really happy. Fosu now comes back inside. Lawrence and Huddlestone. That triangle in the middle there, that diamond in the middle there, you can see all 4 of them there, operating very well for Derby. Fosu with a strike from distance. Anik makes a good save. The Derby fans are sounding their appreciation in the away end. 2 minutes of added time. There's not many times we lost at Bloomfield Road under my leadership. I think I'll have to look at the record at some point, but today unfortunately will be one of those days. Can Kent get a consolation? He can't. Ivan does very well. Bear in mind he's on the yellow as Marriott now looks to counter. Pachenko drops back to try and support his defensive colleagues. 10 seconds to go. We're still working hard, which I like to see and you want to see. We don't want to concede anymore, and the full-time whistle goes here. It is Blackpool 0, Derby County 2. The Jay Spearing red card did not help us on 13 minutes. From there it was always going to be slightly difficult, but I still think we were not good enough today because we should have been winning that. We outperformed them pretty much, and yeah, it's not great, is it? Right, we're going to have a word with Jay, aren't we? Drops us to 5th, our 3rd defeat of the season, but we're still up and in this little group of teams, which is absolutely wonderful stuff. Spearing's banned for a match. I'm going to issue him a warning on this occasion, and he accepts his warning. If he does it again, he'll be losing money, I'll tell you that much. Let's head to the schedule and I'll work out where we're coming back next time. Right, we're going to goal rush Reading. Let's come back for the QPR game, because QPR are currently 15th. They've been down there. I quite like QPR as a side. They're quite funny. And say quite funny as a side. What makes a side funny? I don't know. That's a really weird thing to say, Tom, even for you. Actually, saying that, I'll double up on that. We'll go for QPR at home and Brentford away, back to back, a double London episode. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Please go and follow me on Twitter at FM3032. Every night 7 o'clock there will be an episode up till we get to the end of the season. Thank you very much for watching Once Upon a Time in Blackpool. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.